Many of you have been asking me the same question on my Kratom videos, which is, so how do I quit Kratom? Or how do I take a break from Kratom? Either way. So let's get into that, and I want to tell you right off the bat, I am now 4 days Kratom free. So, let me tell you how I'm doing it. First off, there are many people who can cold turkey. Back in the day, I used to cold turkey just fine. I have had to be on high doses of painkillers for a brain injury, a severe brain injury, a major car accident that I was in. I lost function of all my organs in 2003, and so the internal organ pain was severe. It was horrendous. So, organ pain, the brain pain, and nerve pain from my spinal injuries, which led to my recent spinal fusion. Those are some of the worst pains that you can experience. And sometimes I experience all of those at once, and it's just a big old mess. Painful mess. And it puts me on the ground, and I want to die. I don't actually want to die. I want to stay alive because I love my kids. But the pain is so horrendous that nothing can take it away except for a very high dose of IV Dilaudid. That helps. But otherwise, all the Kratom in the world, the handful of Oxy, the ibuprofen, anti-inflammatories, Tylenol, it doesn't do shit. So let's be real, when we're in that much pain, something needs to work. Okay. So we have to have something on hand when it gets that bad. I want you to have something on hand. I want you to have an option. Because feeling like you have no options is when the mind comes in and you literally are in the darkest place in the world that people can't understand. And that is one reason why Kratom is such a blessing, because maintaining Kratom as a constant in managing your pain is a huge help and a huge blessing. So I've been taking Kratom for 7 years daily now to stay off of pain pills. Many of you know I recently had my spinal fusion 9 months ago. 7 years ago, I had my brain injury. And so pain management has been really hard for me. Kratom has been just the best blessing. So we got to remember that. I'm an advocate for Kratom. It needs to stay available and legal for everyone, everywhere. Okay? But there are dangers to Kratom that people don't discuss because most people don't know about it. Okay? Even the advocates in the pro-Kratom community don't know about these things because they don't take the time to study them. They don't learn them. They don't know that Kratom can f*** up your hormone levels severely. Okay? I've made videos on that. Go watch those videos. But it really can affect you negatively. Even if you are on exogenous hormones, on TRT, on steroids, on performance-enhancing drugs, Kratom can come in and sideswipe the efficacy of those exogenous hormones. It really does make a difference, guys. So you have to know what you're playing with. Now, when I take a break or when I attempt to quit, I have not quit in 7 years. I'll be honest with you. I have taken breaks. I have taken many 1-week breaks. I have taken a couple 30-day breaks. As I said, I had my spinal fusion 9 months ago. So I was in the hospital for a week. And so I didn't need Kratom because they gave me all the IV drugs I needed in the world. So I was on everything that helped me not even need Kratom. So I didn't experience any withdrawal at all. So then I get home and I'm on prescription versions of these things, Dilaudid, Oxycontin, Gabapentin, and I didn't need Kratom for a month, for 30 days. But I made the decision at that point to get off all pain meds and then just stick with Kratom and go back to Kratom. That's what I believed was best for me because I know that I start to become dependent on pain meds. And I didn't want to get there again. I want to be functional. I want to be healthy. I want to be performing for my family and doing the best I can for my kids. And honestly, making love is like the number one priority for me outside of taking care of my kids. And, when you're all doped up on pain meds, you can't make love too well. You're not really going to perform at your best. Let's be real. But then again, high levels of Kratom coming in and you can't even maintain a good erection. So guys and gals, you'll know very quickly that I just get down into the deep of it and talk honestly. So I made the decision to go back on Kratom to get off the pain pills. But as I dive deeper into my steroidal journey, performance enhancing journey, As a bodybuilder, I'm getting back into bodybuilding. I'm getting back into coaching bodybuilders. And I want to get my weight back on. I want to get my strength back on. I want to be where I want to be again, you know. And so I'm going to achieve that. I've got my goals, and I'm going to get there. Another 20 pounds, and I'll be 200 pounds. My goal is to be around 190, but like pretty diced most of the year. So the decision I made was to take a break from kratom and see what it was doing to my hormones. I'm now 4 days off, and today I just had the best workout in years. I did chest, and I felt amazing. I felt this mind-muscle connection that I haven't felt in so long. I felt amazing. I did a bunch of bench press movements, but I bench on the Smith machine for my shoulders and for my spinal fusion. And I did, a decline Smith at 245 for 12, and then 10. And then I did incline Smith for 245 for 8, and then 225 for 6, and then 185 for 12. And it was just kind of a weird day because like I just felt like I continued to go. Now my current cycle is 900 milligrams of test a week. That is in the form of a sip prop combination. And I am doing 900 milligrams of EQ a week, and I've been doing 400 milligrams of DECA a week. I am also on 2 IUs of growth every single day, 7 days a week, first thing upon waking up. And I'm on 50 milligrams of Proviron twice a day, because remember, Proviron has a half-life of 12 hours, so I take it 50 milligrams in the morning and then 50 milligrams 12 hours later. I believe that maintains the best levels throughout the day. I'm getting ready to take DECA out, and then I will probably be replacing that with a Tren or Mast. I'm not quite sure yet, but I know my body. I know my blood work. I get my blood work done 3 times a year. I know how I feel, and I pay attention to everything. I mean, I'm OCD about everything, and I pay attention to my hormones, and depending on how my kratom break here goes, that is what's going to determine whether I add in Tren or Mast. Tren Ace or Mast Prop. So that's my current cycle, and today it is 6 weeks on EQ. And I do my cycles a little differently than most people, and I'm happy to talk about that with you guys. But as a coach, I pay attention to things that most people don't even give any note to. Now, I had a killer workout today. Did that have anything to do with being kratom free for 4 days? Maybe. But at the same time, I've been taking OxyContin for the past 4 days to maintain my pain after my spinal fusion. Because I can't go without pain management, especially when it's raining, cold, wet, windy. That type of weather really kills my back, starting in my hardware. I have 4 titanium alloy screws in my lower back, and I have a metal cage going around my vertebrae, because although my scar was supposed to be 1 inch, my scar ended up being 6 to 7 inches because of all the nerve damage that my surgeon found. Now, here we are, and I've got to make some decisions. I'm very happy with where I've been. Now remember, I've only been training with weights for 4 months since the spinal fusion. And before that, I had been on resistance bands for 2 years because leading up to the spinal fusion, I was just in too much pain to be moving weights. But I did work out with my resistance bands every single day for 2 years despite the pain. I've got a video on that as well. You can watch that. So getting off kratom is very important. Now, what helps me get off kratom? Let's get to that real quick. There are a couple things specifically that I really could not take a break from kratom without. The first one is gabapentin. Gabapentin helps take away that longing, that desire for kratom. The longer you go throughout the day without kratom, you're like, oh, I really want it, I really want it, I really want it, I really want it. With gabapentin, that you can put that off. I mean, taking higher doses of gabapentin can help your body go without kratom for longer. So what I typically would do is 800 milligrams first thing in the morning. Okay, forgot the disclaimer, guys. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy. And this is all just what I do. Okay, this is what works for me. Don't do what I do. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything, and you should just probably ignore what I'm saying. Okay, there we go. So what I would do first thing in the morning is take 800 milligrams of gabapentin. You know, it takes 2 hours, almost to the T, 2 hours for that to kick in. Then I would get myself going within a couple 2 hours, and I'm saying I would take that very early in the AM, usually 4 a.m., 5 a.m. when I'm taking my pee-pee break, when I get up because I drink a gallon of water a day. That kicks in, and then I will stick to my vitamins. I'll take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C right away. I'll take my omegas. I'll take vitamin D. I'll take milk thistle. I'll take a lot of my ancillaries for steroidal support. And I will take my P5P, my NAC, my TUDCA, and then I will eat a big breakfast or just head to the gym on a protein bar. So gabapentin is huge for getting off kratom. Now, for me, I have a hard time getting off kratom if I don't have something to manage my pain, so I need oxy. Nowadays, they give you like these tiny little 5 milligram shits that barely work, but you gotta take them because you gotta maintain your pain management somehow, okay? So then I would hit up some pain management, usually partially through my workout or after my workout, because remember I work out first thing in the morning. Then I'm going to eat something. Then I'm going to take more vitamins. I take a lot of vitamins, guys. I take a lot of supplements, okay? Now, I pin my gear every other day, but typically it just ends up being Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll take that whole Saturday, Sunday off. I've done the every other day thing, and I just feel like I'm not getting more bang for the buck. I'm just losing money, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday typically ends up being just the best overall schedule for me. Gabapentin is huge, okay? Then at night, you really start jonesing for kratom. You know, you taste it, you want it. Guys, don't have kratom nearby. You can't have it nearby. When I see it, I taste it. I smell it. I want it. I long for it, okay? And fuck you if you don't know what any of this is like. Don't sit here and say, oh, well, I could do this, this, this. I don't give a fuck what you could do, okay? Maybe you can cut cold turkey. Good job. That's awesome. Good for you. Seriously. But don't you dare put anyone else down because we can't do what you do or because we go through something different. There's been very few comments that have been negative on this channel, and I'm glad because I don't deal with negativity. I don't deal with negative comments, okay? You build people up. You build each other up, especially on this channel. You encourage each other. You hear me? So don't get on here and tell me, well, if that's what you gotta do, then you're a pussy, whatever, whatever. I don't fuck you, okay? I get off. I do what I gotta do, and I'm successful at it, okay? But I've been taking pain management for years and years and years. And everybody's pain level is very different, okay? So don't ever put someone else down because the pain they go through, okay? I don't deal with that. All right, back to reality. At night, when you're hitting that Jones and it's really coming on hard, something that helps are benzos. A lorazepam, you know, Ativan type thing, that really helps at night to get away from the craving of kratom. You know, even 2.5 milligrams can help. 5 milligrams even better. Plus, it'll put you to sleep and just knock you out. You won't worry about it. If many of you take kratom for anxiety, I don't really ever experience that anxiety thing. But a benzo will also help with that anxiety management. So that is a huge help. Some people say that you know, a magnesium support, potassium support. Those are really important. So another really big supplement support is Dl-Phenylalanine or phenylalanine. That typically comes in like 1,000 milligram capsule, and that is something that has helped a lot of people with kratom withdrawals. Okay, so that's Dl-Phenylalanine. That's another big supplement. Kava at night. The kava tea can also help with the withdrawals. Some of us do not experience bad withdrawals from kratom. I don't experience bad withdrawals from oxy or perks or narcotics and things of those categories. I can get off any of that cold turkey even after years of high doses. Kratom gets into the bloodstream. It gets into the neurological system. It gets into the spinal column. It gets into the brain. Kratom penetrates the body in different ways than all of these other, narcotics do. Remember, kratom is not directly an opioid. It just hits the opioid receptors. So it is different. But just like each of us reacts differently to these substances, each of us has different withdrawals. So these are things that have helped me. Now, another thing that has helped me is keeping your body temperature consistent. It's It's terrible doing this in the wintertime or in the summer. So going through kratom withdrawals in extreme temps can be really, really bad. Can be a nightmare. So you want to kind of do it in spring or fall, or when you can control your core temperature just a little bit easier, okay? Guys, kratom is such a blessing, and if it helps you, I'm glad that you're on that instead of heroin. I'm glad you're on that instead of Suboxone. I'm glad that you're taking that instead of handfuls of perks. Okay, I am. I've seen too many guys, I've seen too many people OD, and I don't want to see it happen anymore, okay? Now, here's another thing, guys. I know you don't want to hear this, but maintaining a healthy mental attitude and a healthy spiritual connection with your maker, that helps significantly. Learning meditation, learning yoga, learning connecting with through prayer, okay? Even just start praying each day, dear Father, dear God, dear Mother Earth, dear Creator, or the energy around you. Talk to the energy around you, because it's there. Whether you believe in God or not, the energy is around us. Who could deny that we're connected to this energy? How could you possibly deny that this amazing earth that we are part of, that we are connected to, is not part of a higher power? This blows my mind. I don't care if you believe in God or not, because that's a personal journey that really is different for each of us, okay? I've died. I've literally lost my life multiple times. So for me, I have a connection to my Father in heaven, my maker, that many people don't. And that's okay. But I want you to focus your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul on something greater than yourself. That's the ultimate goal. It's got to be greater than yourself. It's got to be a higher purpose. And if you connect with that higher purpose, then you're going to want to get off kratom. You're going to want to be part of this greater purpose. You're going to want to be part of this energy that pushes you into doing better things and amazing things. So guys and gals, that's pretty much what I want to give you right now, okay? The journey is different for each of us. And there's a lot of negative information on the internet, on YouTube. There's a lot of bullshit. And it's hard to decipher between what's real, what's right, what's not, what's fake, what's harmful. Okay? But you can do this. All right, guys, you can do this. You can get off, you can take a break. And maybe you're going to need to go back on, but maybe you won't. Maybe getting off is going to put you in a new place in your life. Remember, it's going to take a week to 2 weeks to a month to start feeling like yourself again. And guys, I don't know about you, but I talk myself back into it. I'm like, well, kratom's my best option. Oh, it's okay. I need it. I smell it. I want it. It's okay. I want it. And I'm like, I need something for pain management. It may as well be kratom. And the truth is, I need something for pain management at this point in my life still, because I am in pretty severe daily pain between the brain injury and the spinal issues. And kratom really is my best option. So I'm doing this run right now. It's going to be about a week long. And then I'm going to have to see where I'm at, where I'm feeling, what I'm feeling. I'm going to adjust my steroid cycle. I'm going to adjust my diet. I am bulking right now, so I'm taking in a lot of carbs. Good, still high amounts of protein for muscle recovery, especially after my spinal fusion. But our diet also affects the way that we can go through withdrawal, okay? So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments section, guys and gals. I've been bodybuilding for over 26 years. I've been coaching for over 20 years, and I am just obsessed with learning how the body works. And I love helping other people get through life because we're here together, okay? I'm here to help you. Again, if you haven't subscribed already, stay tuned. I go by Coach Hard Gains. Hit me up. All right, take care, everybody.